True power is not shaped amid ease. It is hammered out in abandonment, in exclusion, in the endless hours when rescue never arrives. The most formidable version of yourself cannot break through gentle circumstances. It is born in the furnace. Grasp this fully. Existence is not kind to the gentle. It favors those who won't relent. The universe does not fold for the righteous. It folds for those who refuse to shatter. Should your aim be to rise, stop pleading for justice. For justice is only a myth told to make men compliant. Here's reality. Your hardship means nothing to the world. No one will grant you dominion. If you refuse to be absolute with your hours, your drive, and your attention, then you are deliberately electing feebleness. The first commandment is ruthless acceptance. There is no rescue. Next is fierce accountability. Every outcome is yours to bear. This is the ground floor. Miss it, and all succeeding codes fall. If this is beyond your endurance, exit. If not, declare this ethic below. No one intervenes for me. My salvation is my own. Because here, real change is kindled. Not with hope, not with leniency, but with ice-cold lucidity. Rule 1. Discipline grants liberty. Many men speak of freedom. Almost none experience its essence. Most wrongly believe freedom is about doing what they want, whenever they choose. That is not liberty, it is servitude to urge. True freedom exists only in discipline. When your flesh answers to your intention, when routine empowers your vision, when each hour moves at your discretion, that is power. Discipline forms muscle of power. It is the tacit signature you ink upon waking, the solid vow that no matter your mood, you will execute. Men waiting on inspiration rot in feebleness. But one governed by discipline can't be stopped. Discipline creates greatness's framework. It hones your intellect, strengthens your form, and tempers your will. It's the minor, rigorous deeds completed faithfully and decisively that become foundations unmovable. This is not about denial. It is about dominion. The type that leaves you steady when chaos howls, resolute in adversity, unimpressed by the shifting tides. All legendary thinkers, fighters, and visionaries, etched into time, achieved so via disciplined repetition. So must you. Write this below. Let it be your promise. Discipline is freedom to me. State it, inscribe it, embody it. For the moment you conquer self, not a single man nor fate can rule you again. Rule 2. Cultivate unyielding focus. Force is diminished when mind is scattered. The unsuccessful fall, not due to intellect's lack, but chase in too much, too thinly, without depth. The truest strength within is never from men who try everything. It is owned by he who selects a single aim, a single burning purpose, pouring all his might into it, forcing recognition from the world. Focus multiplies force. It blends ability, insight, drive, and narrows them into a beam that splits every interruption. To master focus, treat your attention as dearly guarded as you would defend your life. For in so many ways, it is life. Where your focus goes, your future grows. Do not surrender to useless noise, mindless escapes, or outside judgments that deform your purpose. Each wasted minute lost to trivia is a moment robbed from the future man you could forge. Point gaze forward. Sever what is needless. Commit utterly to what matters. Focus makes action yield results and turns dreams to monuments. It builds momentum so intense, resistance gives way. Once you savor the purity of obsession, the world alters. Crisp, direct, conquerable. Your job is not to tackle it all, but to execute the vital with such force that nothing can deter you. Drop it below. Focus is my bastion. With a fortified mind, no lure or weakness will breach its walls. Defend it, foster it, Never compromise. In focus, raw destiny emerges. Rule 3. Hammer out relentless resilience. Real resilience isn't dodging the blows. It's standing every time defeat finds you. Regardless of prowess, life is the exam. Storms hit, hurdles manifest, setbacks crash in. Yet your truest self never collapses. He adapts, persists, presses on. Resilience shields the psyche and fortifies spirit. The voice inside repeats, "I refuse to stop." When the odds are stacked, see it. Greatness doesn't flourish in comfort. Jewels are shaped in heat. Peaks rise from collision. You must emulate this. Every flop is instruction. Each setback is spiritual forging. Don't avoid tough trials. They sculpt you into a figure unbreakable. When spectators expect surrender, keep upright. When panic suggests withdrawal, keep advancing. The resilient one cannot be undone from the outside. Resilience is not a flaw, it is untouchable. Carry this with you. Might is never measured in peace, but tested by turmoil. When viewed, let observers see someone who won't cave, a man who is only refined by adversity's blade. Affirm this in comments. Through storms, I ascend. Speak it. Embrace it. Resilience exceeds survival. It means to bloom, advance, walk through fire unscathed. Rule 4. Master persistence. Consistency is the silent drive separating mediocrity from mastery. Gift lacks meaning without tenacity. Drive is nothing without steadfastness. But relentless, day on day, disciplined continuity transforms a man into an unyielding monument. Consider water grinding stone. Not by might, not by pace, by repetition. That's the essence. Precise, purposeful actions, repeated endlessly, forming destiny from aspiration. Society honors the warrior who keeps returning, long past applause, long after the mass retreats. Consistency is rarely thrilling. It's invisible. It's the quiet rising before dawn, training unseen, honing mind, physique, and craft, regardless of external fare. True strength grows not in moments of rush, but from the day-by-day grind. Consistency leads to exponential advance and unstoppable momentum. Make the full promise, your progress escalates, growth surges, and even silence begins to bear fruit. Recognize this. Not a single grand achievement is born in a day. All come from layered, disciplined labor. Never underestimate steady repetition. The disciplined man becomes one who cannot be derailed, as no foe or defeat erases what he has fortified through work. Consistency, always, is the most potent blade. Make triumph inevitable, not a gamble, but a certainty of patience. So, select your mission, cement your ethic, uphold it always. This is legacy's hands at work, one relentless act at a time. Keep in mind, consistency is not flawlessness but endurance. Missteps will happen, resistance will rise. On days where advance is hidden, simply showing up buries seeds that will shatter earth in force. Daily action crafts your behaviors, habits cement your essence. Repeat fortitude, and you become formidable. This is why steady action is the great equalizer. It judges not privilege, background, or skill. Only the undeterred win. Even incremental steps. Keep going, and you'll reach peaks others merely envision. Decreeing daily, I am unstoppable through resolve. Live that maxim, and soon, victory is not if, but merely when. Rule 5. Draw power from being alone. To seek your highest self, you must accept a truth that rattles most. Solitude empowers. So many endlessly flee silence, drowning in diversion and perpetual company. Yet alone you find fullness. Solitude is the birthplace of vision. The fearful one hasn't confronted himself yet. The man who steps into solitude unlocks an empowerment crowds can't offer. Alone, no facade lingers, nobody to impress, no validation needed. only your core. Here's real force. It exposes your limits, refines thought, makes you heed the mirror with no alibi. Solitude gave birth to the resolve of soldiers, the sagacity of sages, the plans of kings. Every icon knew, to rise you must detach and return transformed. Solitude insists on self-trust. It uncovers your core beliefs. It crafts an unbreachable inner castle. No letdown, no denial, no outward tempest penetrates. When you hold fast alone, you are unbreakable, your might no longer anchored to approval. Society regards the man unafraid to be misunderstood. One who neither clings nor begs for eyes, nor trembles at solitude. He radiates. His energy is his own. Don't confuse this with mere cutting off. Solitude's aim isn't escape, it's fortification, so you re-enter society with composure and gravity. One anchored by solitude cannot be easily shaken. He draws only from inside. Your strength in solitude is a weapon, sharpened, not dulled. Here you absorb, grow, create, strategize as the distracted masses scatter. Later you emerge not questioning acceptance, but wielding it. Befriend quiet. Treasure your company. Flourish within stillness. If you're strong alone, you're strong anywhere. In comments below, let these marks define. Solitude fuels me. Affirm it and own it, for he who triumphs in solitude cannot be ruled by anything outside. Rule 6. Steer your life energy. Vitality is everything, an unseen resource that governs every limit and possibility. You might have vision, mighty will, even clarity of direction. Waste your reserves, though, and all of it slips into dust. Every man who loses energy loses life. Here is simple wisdom. The strongest self is not the one with endless stamina, but he who places his power with religious precision. Take control by noticing thoughts, speech, actions. They nourish or sap your force. Most men pour out energy mindlessly, scrolling away hours, fighting trivial battles, bleeding themselves on rumor, blame, and surface thrills. One who masters his force is a phenomenon. He targets his output. He knows the nourishment from the drain. He plants energy into body, mission, meaning, and never squanders it on what's unworthy. Energy is will. Energy is moment. Energy is presence. Shield it as you'd shield your heart, and watch others evaporate while you surge. The art is not to do more, but to do less with total focus. Remove anything depleting. Amplify all that fuels ascent. Sleep is purposeful. Training is unyielding. Work is laser sharp. Speak only if crucial. Move with resolve. In doing this, you create an invisible pull so intense, your very presence moves a room. Energy, bodily, emotional, mental, spiritual, demands vigilance. Clear the mind of grudges. Nourish intellect with wisdom, not chatter. Align every action with principle, and see how this magic multiplies. When your energies merge, you become a force. Genuine vitality cannot be disguised. People feel it. They may not name it, but they notice. Hence, be disciplined where your force goes. Guard your dawns. Repel distractions. Keep only those near who stoke your flame. The giants of ancient combat weren't always the most talented. They were the most alive, the most focused, burning brightest. Energy is what multiplies all strengths. With it, inspire, create, lead, endure. Absent it, even vision dies voiceless. Instill this truth. Guard your vigor. Let nothing trivial drink your reserves. Channel and command every spark. Own destiny. Stay true to this code, and the world cannot resist your advance. Comment below. My energy is loyal to my aim. Live it, become it, and watch the world follow a path paved by your will. Rule 7. Cultivate an impenetrable mind. All the great wars of fate and power are fought in the space between your ears. Strength decays, fortunes shift, worlds turn. Mind is where true rule sits. To become indomitable, forge a mind none can shake. This is not ordinary thinking. This is the mind that won't tremble under threat, shatter at worry, or dissolve in uncertainty. This fortress mind starts with razor certainty. Know yourself, your values, your point on the map. Drift without purpose and your mind withers. Focus and your mind cleaves through fog. Discipline your thoughts ruthlessly. The world is a daily thief, snatching at your focus, tempting with triviality, beckoning with chaos. You are not like the rest. Guard the mind as a sovereign guards a keep, admitting only what strengthens, lifts, sharpens the edge. The fortress mind sows only powerful seeds. Feed on fret, and you breed frailty. Feed on resolve, and you flourish. Never spread mental energy haphazardly. Fear, jealousy, competition only rob you. Instead, flood the mind with purpose, strategy, and self-mastery. Govern internal dialogue to perfection. Call yourself not victim, but victor. When fear rattles, answer with strategy. When bedlam surges, remain poised. The impenetrable mind never shudders. It calculates, it adapts, never pleads. It weathers, unbending, until the world is forced to bend back. See this truth. Strength of mind is not feeling less. It is being the conductor of passion. Anger fuels undertakings. Dread sharpens instincts. Sorrow becomes insight, a guide for tomorrow. Every pulse is resource, useful, never wasted. All figures of history, from mines to swords, first governed themselves. Master mind, rule all else. To build such clarity, expose the mind daily to strain, to teaching, to reflection, to solitude, to focus and to challenge. Only by continual trial is true fortitude molded. Picture chaos outside, men crumpling, confusion surging, yet you composed, vision locked, spirit unmoved. That is the symbol of the untouchable mind. Others will seek your anchor, for they'll sense the iron, the majesty of your thought. This mind shapes luck itself. Record this below. My mind, my stronghold. Make it law, doctrine, your signature. With true belief, you are a living bastion, impervious, enduring, unconquerable. Build this strength, and you obtain the master key to your truest, best self. Rule 8. Temper your form into an edge. Mind is the helm, but flesh is the deed. A brilliant mind within a frail shell resembles a sovereign in chains. He can see the future but cannot grasp it. To attain your highest potential, transform your body. Deliberate, powerful, unwavering, mastered. Not vanity, utility, command, and direct impact. The man whose body exudes strength holds force without a word. His walk speaks grandeur. His posture's tale is assurance. His frame is a declaration. Step carefully. Physical might isn't muscle alone. It's stamina, vigor, enduring force. It's the routine of subjecting body to will so robustly, it acts without second guess. Master your form, and you acquire self-belief. Nothing reassures the mind more than day after day, proof of ability to surpass its own threshold. Exercise is ritual. Effort is offering. Persistence declares honor. Train with purpose. Eat smart. Rest wisely. Every choice carves or dulls the weapon that is your figure. Think of ancient swordsmen and guardians. They trained not to be admired but to outlast, defend, overpower. Your mentality must be parallel. Prepare to answer every demand. Long battles, protective power, or persistent striving for vision. Sturdy flesh also fortifies hope. Growing in vigor, you learn. Nothing is past you. Recall this, the body is the platform beneath the mind's rule. Weakness in health leeches will, but vigor feeds it. Every push and drop of effort is a spiritual act. It cries, I ascend. Govern your flesh, rule your mind. Master yourself, master fear. Your physique is armor, steely dome, tool for leaving a mark. This isn't rivaling other men. It's about defeating yesterday's self. Do more, go farther, last longer, because you can. The real change is when you love the test and crave the challenge, because all effort forges you. Strengthened form amplifies a sharpened mind, and together they craft a being indomitable. Right below, my body, my blade, speak, breathe, embody it. Forged flesh begets sovereignty, and leaders forge the world. Rule 9. Leave a lasting imprint. Your power, discipline, force, resolve, focus, vigor, introspection, persistence, sharpness, physicality, these are greatness's core. But crowning purpose is legacy. Your true worth is not the sum of achievement, but that which flourishes after your end. Legacy. It is the path you cut, the impact you stamp, the shadow that trails you after absence. To master this, act on purpose. Every step serves a greater story. Every exertion should add to something persisting, not fleeting amusements or fast results. Legacy isn't applause. It's forging what lasts. It's planting and nurturing. It's influence that survives beyond your reach. Legacy is born in solitude, shaped in effort, etched through endless days of vision fused with iron standards. It isn't being universally remembered, rather being unforgettable to those you matter to. A father raising tough, wise kin leaves legacy. A chief breeding leaders imprints legacy. A champion standing tall against hardship, motivating others, leaves legacy. It's never the ostentatious speech. It's what's done, daily, for years. Ask, what do I create that outlasts? Will my contributions span generations? Or will my name fade in the dust? Your highest self accepts. You are brief, but your echo can be boundless. Living for legacy infuses life with magnitude. It drags you from menial urges, aligning you with the immortal. It prompts caution in speech and act, weighing everything for how it serves the future. It requires foresight and sacrifice, the readiness to work now for tomorrow's advantage. Once set, legacy colors all. Training is for durability, not pride. Labor aims for influence, not lightning wins. Life becomes not your story alone, but the seed of something enduring. Legacy, the highest reward, is the reward of remaining. All else makes you. Legacy keeps you. Carve this beneath. My works outlast me. Remember it, live for it, and know that those who chase legacy can never vanish, for their strength is woven into forever. Rule 10. Rule your hour. Rule your fate. Above all forces, time is pitiless. No bargaining, no slowing. What passes is never returned. Each instant either raises you or buries you. A true self-mastery means understanding this entirely. Authority is born from time's mastery. Not halting it, but steering its use, sculpting every segment toward purpose. Most treat time like an endless fount, bleeding it into distraction, squandered on trivia, awakening to regrets. The one who disciplines time wields a blade, sharp, finite, irreversible. He cuts with intention. Mastering the clock starts at dawn. Know priorities and ignore irrelevancies. Treat hours as battlegrounds, keeping mediocrity foreign, shielding focus, investing every minute in fortitude, wisdom, health, achievement. Time is not wealth. Time is life. Money may ebb and flow. Lost hours disappear forever. Time ruled means progress multiplies unstoppably. Weeks, seasons, years combine efforts until nothing and no one can match the tide. Commanding time is not drudgery, it is alignment, every action matched to your mission. With each move, ask, does this lead me toward my final vision? If not, eliminate it. At its best, time chasing makes the unreachable mundane. Through focus, persistence, impossibility buckles. No kingdom, no hero arose in a day, but in 1,000 mornings sacrificed to intention. Build yourself as empire, your strength as weapon, your outlook as command post, fueled by time's gift. Honor and protect it as you would your dreams. Rule time, and you rule fate. Post these words. Time obeys me. I command my existence. Recite, live, enshrine the creed. Watch as the world warps to your focus. Rule 11. Build your environment. No titan stands alone, always. Isolation strengthens self, but your chosen surrounding builds or ruins destiny. True achievers see this. Character reflects your associations. Live amidst weakness, and mediocrity breeds familiarity. Live amidst greatness, and greatness becomes the standard. Humans reflect their circle. Values, drive, thought, all contagious. Sit with idlers and blame-casters, and mediocrity infects you unconsciously. Stand with the relentless and driven. Let their gravity uplift. Your circle is gravity, not entertainment. Every alliance, every word, either builds or saps your kingdom. Hence, be ruthless with surroundings. Seek challengers, mentors, warriors who demand your best. Your closest allies should not let you accept weakness. Surround yourself only with fellow men of mind, body, spirit, shared fire, preserving your own spark in trials. Don't use people. Don't be needy. Trust only those also building with focus, code, and drive. Brotherhood amplifies resilience. United vision multiplies effort. Together, good men become mighty. Remember, greatness never grows among decay. Situate yourself in cultures of might, expectation, perfection. At the same time, set the example. Be the standard, the inspiration for your allies. Legacy includes not just works, but the awakening of power in your wake. Stick with the strong, and your path will never be deserted. Write it. Strength walks with me. I rise with force. To choose your peers wisely is to choose destiny as certainty. Rule 12. Become untouchable. All threads gather here. Every principle, discipline, focus, grit, truth, solitude, force, intellect, form, priorities, legacy, connection. They are not fragments, but parts of something greater. The deliberate construction of invincibility. The strongest version of self is never luck. It is created, willed, and through this, one becomes untouchable. This doesn't equate to gliding over hardship. Rather, hardship cannot defeat you. Not that suffering won't visit, but it can't name or rule you. The untouchable man doesn't wait for external submission. He bends inward and emerges firm, inevitable. He knows and controls himself, bears an authority no enemy, no crisis can erode. Untouchable is the one whose contest is with his own reflection, never the masses. Sovereign, even-keeled, liberated, claim this state today, not later. Step by step, ritual by ritual, embody these codes and become irresistible. So what is your code? Type it in comments. State it as law. I am untouchable. Assume it, believe, exist in the principle. This is your inception. No permissions needed, no more delays, no surrender to faintness. You step into dominion, presence, your ultimate shape. Understand, you are the craftsman of you. When purposed, when dedicated, you'll discover something mysterious. Roadblocks lessen. Distractions fade to background. Dread becomes feeble. Why? For you are now the untouchable. That's the final code. That is the supreme dictate. Live it, and your reality transforms forever. If these truths resonate, carry this message. Support this channel, subscribe, enable alerts. This is only the genesis. Welcome to Sire, where men are reborn for might. Remember once more, stamp it deep, echo it in your being. I am untouchable.